New at noon, as always, we are delighted to have Sheriff Jim Johnson of Lee County here in our studios. He's here to actually talk about the Crisis Intervention Team Community event. This was something that was planned since last week, but unfortunately, you had the kidnapping investigation that you're doing right now. Tell us how critical it is for parents to have the Life 360 app.
Well, it's one of the best tracking devices that you can have because most people are not going to be going anywhere without their cell phone. So it's not anything you have to continually do. You just add the app, you add whoever you want, family members on it, and it automatically tracks them. And at any time you can check their location at any time during the day. So we have it as our family, and we recommend it for all families.
Okay, great. Now, let's talk about the real reason why you're here, the Crisis Intervention Team Community event. Tell us, what are crisis intervention officers?
Well, they're specially trained officers that are taught to deal with individuals when they encounter them on a call to determine whether they're suffering from mental illness or substance abuse, or is it some criminal activity that's going on. And it's just a very helpful solution. The purpose behind it is state statute requires the sheriff to house mental patients in a jail setting. And a lot of times they don't get the treatment that they need while they're in that setting. So ourselves, along with the Tupelo Police Department, have officers that teach this to other officers. And this is just a forum to allow the general public to come on March the 7th at 6 o'clock to the Tupelo Police Department to learn more about this particular program and how it works and the crisis that we're dealing with in our community with mental illness. Now,
when it comes to your officers, not only on the sheriff's side, but also on the police side, how many officers are actually trained as a CIT?
Well, most of our officers, if not all, that are on patrol and enforcement with the Sheriff's Department is, and the same with the Tupelo Police Department. And if they're not, they will be within the next few months. We have one officer that is a certified instructor, along with the Tupelo Police Department has an officer that is a certified instructor. And we're continually offering this training to other agencies that does not have an instructor. It's free training, and we're asking them to come whenever they see it on our website or the Tupelo Police Department and have their officers trained, because you're encountering people every day on calls that are just suffering from mental illness and the choices that they're making. And if you can determine that as an officer, you can skip taking that individual directly to jail. We work with mental health professionals, and there's a crisis unit that we can physically take them to for observation right off the bat. And so it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. And how critical is it for you all to just take this extra step in protecting the community?
Well, it certainly protects the community. It addresses the problem initially and a lot quicker, but it's also for officer safety. Anything that you can do for your officers that provides them with the tools to react to a situation, and if they can determine exactly what the problem is, you can react to it a lot different. So it's very important for the officer as well as the community.
All right, and again, if you can just tell us when the event is.
It'll be March the 7th at 6 p.m. and it'll be held at the Tupelo Police Department in the community room, and it's open to the general public and it's free of charge.
All right, then thank you so much,
Yes,
Sheriff Jim Johnson.